Hey everybody, it's Zarman2388 with the Leagues video for you today. Just before we get started, just want to throw it out there. You can always come and watch our team, Lightspeed Endurance Motorsports, on Mixer. You can search for my gamer tag, or you can look for some of the gamer tags that I'm going to leave down in the description. Those are going to be our other members, and usually there's one or two of us streaming at any one time. So just come, watch us. If you like it, don't forget to follow us and maybe even leave a like here on YouTube. So right now we've got the Nissan 370Z. We are running the Ghost League for Sport Coupe. And Lime Rock, good handling track, nice short, one of my favorites. And as usual, we're waiting on that really long loading screen. This is something that I've been kind of wishing that Turn 10 would try to remedy. It's been a problem for several titles now. But, you know, if you remember Forza 4, I guess it could be worse. Any minute now. By the way, if you haven't noticed yet, there's quite a few of these Nissan 370Zs in here, so looks like it's kind of the OP car for this particular event. It was in other bands, it was the Porsche Cayman. I'm currently sitting in band 3, which is professional. But in bands 4 and 5, I noticed that you see a lot of the Porsche Cayman for this particular event. Alright, so I think it's about to go. Yes, it is. And here we go. Starting out 13th, if I remember correctly. And we're off. And yes, we are starting in 13th. And we're going to try to move up as far as we can, obviously. But this is the third band, so we can expect that you'll have a lot more skilled drivers in this particular race. And right there off the bat is the first sign of that, as nobody ran off to the outside of turn 1, which is a plague here at Lime Rock. It's turn 1 and then the final turn leading into the back or into the front straightaway. People always tend to overdrive those turns on the first lap for some reason. Coming around the uphill right-hander, and little tip when you're going up there, I didn't do it this time around, but to avoid the wheel spin that you see from a lot of cars coming up that hill, if you shift out of third gear into fourth, just as you crest over that hill, you actually are able to alleviate a lot of that wheel spin. You see right there, people going off the track, last turn, just like I said, coming back around into turn 1. Now we've moved up from 13th in one lap, we're all the way back up into 7th. So hopefully we can keep this going and try to move up into the podium. So coming around turn 2, got another 370 in front of us. He seems to be running pretty well. A little bit of wheel spin there, and of course the tires all over the track right after the sweepers. Coming around, here's that uphill turn. Now you see here, I take it in 4th gear and I spin the wheels a little bit. And if you're wondering, if you're new to Forza or you're new to racing and you're wondering, well, why does that happen? Well, the science behind it is that gravity pulls down on your car. That's weight. You got the car weighs a certain amount. The more your car weighs, in theory, the more grip you could potentially have. When the car goes over the top of a hill, however, its momentum carries it upward, and the car suddenly becomes lighter. So the amount of grip that you have going up the hill is suddenly reduced as you crest over the hill. And that is why shifting the gears in the middle of that, basically a jump, will actually help to prevent wheel spin, because at that point you're putting the clutch down, effectively making the engine not run anymore, and you're no longer putting power to the wheels, therefore you're not breaking traction on your back tires in a rear-wheel drive car. And see, I've gone off the track here. Now, I went off the track earlier in this lap and it didn't cost me anything. But now that one's actually cost me a position. So, coming around, we're halfway done. And now we've moved up to 9th place. So we've made 4 places in the course of this race so far. And it's looking promising that we might even be able to get a couple of more. So coming around, good through turn 1. Nice and tight through turn 2. Just barely clipped the strip. Trying very, very hard not to spin the wheels right there. Got a little close to the grass. And you can see the cars in front of me. They're all just pulling away. It's 370 here that I have. It's not particularly well tuned for straight lines. It's more of a grip car, which is actually good for this track. And you'll see in a little bit, we'll be catching up to those guys right around turns 1 and 2. Almost going off into the grass. Able to hold on to it though, get back on the gas and keep going. So our lap time is still going down. We're still gaining time on ourselves. Trying to gain time on these guys up front, and you can see the gap got a little bit smaller there, visibly at least. And we're slowly kind of creeping up to 7th place. I'm gonna try to take it away from him, maybe in a lap or 2. We still got another lap to go after this. So we've got a good shot at it. Coming around, shifting down into 3rd. And normally I used to not shift down right there until I had started using the shifting trick over the top of that hill. Now I shift down into 3rd just before I get to that turn so that I can do that trick. And it usually saves me from the wheel spin, but also since a lot of people don't do that, they spin their wheels, it slows them down just enough that I'm able to catch, if not pass them. So we lost 8th there for a couple of seconds, and then we got it right back. Kind of jockeying back and forth here. Clean through turn 1. And you can see right here, this guy just trying so hard to keep it on the track, and then all of a sudden, what happened? He just disappears. I didn't even pay any mind though at first when it happened because, well, you know, that's an easy 8th place right there. So we're coming around, final 2 turns. Still haven't quite caught up. And it's looking at this point like we're going to finish in 8th. Hoping to get a decent time here so that we can get up into the next, get up higher in the next lobby. And in the end, I think we ended up moving up to 5th place in the starting grid in the next race with a 56.073 as our time. But you look here, and we have 4 other drivers running 54s. Myself, I was running a 56. So 5th place the next race, not bad. A good league race, a good showing. I'm gonna get a peek here at the points real quick. While we wait for that, I just want to remind you, if you like the video, don't forget to smash the like button. And if you really like the video, go ahead and subscribe. There's going to be more of this to come. This is Lightspeed Endurance Motorsports. My name's Armament Dog 2388. If you'd like to join us one day, we're planning on having an open lobby race here in the next week. So keep your eyes on Mixer. Follow us on Mixer. That way you can see whenever it comes up, and feel free to send us a message if you want to get in on the open lobbies. You saw there about 75 points is what we gained in that race. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video.